Okay, let me go in here. Let's see if somebody was brave enough. Here we go. I see. Okay, perfect. So let me come in here and let me see if I can get this. Christina, you were the first brave soul to have me look at your post. So I'm going to get in here. Where'd my Firefox go? Must have minimized it. I'm going to get in here and we're going to look at a post from Christina. And thank you for being such a brave soul. So she says, Pine Creek Ridge, sub, homes for sale in Brighton, Michigan, near downtown. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to say is focus this thing. Okay, there's a lot going on here. I would probably say you'd want to have it say homes for sale in Pine Creek Ridge, Brighton, Michigan. Forget about near downtown, right? That's a whole different post. Okay, what you're trying to do here is you're trying to get maybe a bunch of long tail stuff that would end up showing up for this post. Don't do that, right? Really focus this thing on Pine Creek Ridge. Okay, so homes for sale in Pine Creek Ridge, Brighton. Okay, so then we're going to get in here and we're going to say, do we repeat our keyword phrase? Well, once we get a real focused keyword phrase, then it becomes easier to repeat it. Homes for sale in Pine Creek Ridge, Brighton, Michigan. Okay, she's got her good link in here, homes for sale in Pine Creek Ridge, and so she utilizes her keyword phrase in the link. That's good. One of the things I would be careful with is dating this thing, right? Because 6 months from now, these might not be the current homes for sale in Pine Bridge, right? Now, if somebody clicks on this, I don't know where she's necessarily going. It looks like she's going to, see, this is good, right? These are the 3 homes for sale right now in Pine Brook Ridge. So that's good, right? She's got a good IDX on the back end here that allows somebody to pass through and find the currently available homes. But just be careful with this, okay? I like the image call to action because this is all kind of linking to the same place, which is her IDX back here, okay? But just, think about this thing in terms of, is it timeless, right? If somebody lands here 6 months from now, are they going to think this information is still relevant to them today? One of the things I'm going to do for Christina real quick here, and everybody do this, I'm going to log in as her real quick, and I'm actually going to customize her blog, which is going to set a definitive width on her blog. And I'm going to come here to blogs. I'm going to hit customize real quick. This is kind of a side note. I apologize. I'm going to hit save changes. It's not going to do anything to your blog, Christina, other than give it a fixed width. And so now when I come back here and I look at your particular post, it's going to have a little bit more of a fixed width in here. And it's not going to be like this entire width of the page. Really think about this information here, okay? I want you to make sure that if somebody landed here, are they going to get from this that you are absolutely the person they need to reach out to if buying a home in Pine Creek Ridge is in their future, right? So think about this in terms of, and Carrie, there's a link that we have that it's the anatomy of a solid post of this nature, and she scratches the surface on it, I think. Think about what else is going on around here? What's nearby here? What is it close to? What are the things that if somebody lived in here, what are the nearby amenities? So, you're really close to downtown Brighton. Well, why is that nice? Well, because if you work at one of these different Ford factories, you're going to have a chance to be really close to the office. I really want you to paint a picture with this thing because we can get it to rank. Homes for sale in Pine Creek Ridge. I think we can get it to rank. Let's see. And again, this is... There she is, okay? But had she focused her keyword phrase a little bit more, she might have jumped 1 or 2 places, okay? Had she really thought about what is some more information I can give here? How can I really paint a picture for the person that lands here of what it is like to live here? I really want you, because getting it to rank is half the battle, right? Once we know we can do that, then we really need to focus on like the information I'm giving, is it everything I could be giving to this person, right? Is it everything I could be sharing with them to convince them that, okay, I'm the expert here, right? So again, she'd want to make sure that just from a search engine perspective, does she get that exact match keyword phrase? And her keyword phrase is kind of lengthy. It kind of focuses on a few different things, right? The post homes for sale near downtown Brighton, that's a whole different post for her. Okay? In that post, she's maybe going to talk about a few of the different neighborhoods. And she might mention Pine Creek in there. She might mention a couple different neighborhoods. She might mention why it's desirable to live near downtown Brighton, right? But again, she's kind of gotten a little bit broad with what she's focusing on here as it relates to her keyword phrase. And then again, we're just at 3 to 5 times. Did we use it 3 to 5 times? And she gets Pine Creek Ridge sub in here. She's got that in there enough times, but we really want to make sure that it's, we've got that exact keyword phrase. And I've said this 100 times since we've been on the call for the last 50 minutes, but it's that important. All right. It's the difference between ranking in the 4th position or the 5th position and ranking in the 3rd or the 2nd or sometimes even the 1st. And the difference in traffic between position 5 and position 1 is a lot. It's a lot from 2 to 5 or 3 to 5. Each position we drop down is going to impact, the amount of people that we get in front of. And so just making sure that we have, those exact match sorts of things. And you'll notice in here, does she ever say homes for sale again anywhere? Homes that are for sale. She gets kind of close right here. She gets homes for sale in her link, so that's good. But I just want her to really think about, okay, so now I come down here and look at this. She's probably saying to me, hey, no, wait, there's all this other great information down below. And there is. And that's good, right? So she's got a bunch of the stuff that I talked about earlier, right? I would say this is a really solid post. I didn't realize there was more content down here. I think for me, and maybe even for a consumer, this right here indicated that I was done. At least it did to me. And so I would be careful with stuff like this. And if you're going to have these real big kind of calls to action, I might put them below the information. It's good to have the link calls to action high, and you do that in here, which is good, Christina. But be careful with these kind of massive image calls to action. To me, that signified end. And if I was a really interested consumer, I might keep coming down here. But the problem is a lot of them just want to see homes, and that's probably okay. But, proving to them I'm an expert in this area, and you've done a really good job of that, if they decide to get down here. Now, think about the layout. Maybe you don't need so many breaks. Like this might all be just 2 paragraphs as opposed to a bunch of like individual lines. The search engines are getting a little bit better at understanding like the way we write. And the natural way to write would be to have, paragraphs that are, 3 to 5 sentences long, as opposed to just every paragraph being its own sentence. So, and I know it seems funny, right? But the search engines are getting this smart, you guys. They're starting to understand the way we write. And so I would say even be careful with stuff like this. Like it might behoove you to take, the bullet points and develop those into written paragraphs where a search engine looking at it is going to say, okay, this is a piece of content that's more valuable than just a bunch of bullet points. Now you've got it in conjunction with a bunch of other kind of paragraphs in here anyways, but just be careful here as you start to kind of break this thing up, and a search engine just looks at it as a bunch of like tidbits of information as opposed to a well-composed piece of content.